Good morning, everyone. This is Abhilasha, and I'm back again with yet another episode of Mornings with the Hindu. In today's reading, it's time for a universal basic income program in India. The ongoing crisis is creating changes that could end up dividing society into a pre and post COVID 19 days. These changes are also likely to exacerbate the novel changes accompanying the fourth industrial revolution. Today, disruptive technologies like artificial intelligence are ushering in productivity gains that we have never seen before. They are also steadily reducing human capital requirements, making jobs a premium. A microcosm of these trends can be seen in Silicon Valley. The region is home to five of the world's eight most valuable companies. These giants, all technology companies, have a cumulative market cap of over $4 trillion. Yet they together directly employ just 1.2 million people. Tool to eradicate poverty. Many consider a universal basic income program to be a solution that could mitigate the looming crisis caused by dwindling job opportunities. UBI is also deliberated as an effective poverty eradication tool. Supporters of this scheme include economics Nobel laureates Peter Diamond and Christopher Pissarros, and tech leaders Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. UBI, in its true sense, would entail the provision of an unconditional fixed amount to every citizen in a country. Nevertheless, countries across the world, including Kenya, Brazil, Finland, and Switzerland, have bought into this concept and have begun controlled UBI pilots to supplement their population. India's huge capacity and infrastructure building requirements will support plenty of hands in the foreseeable future. Nonetheless, even before the pandemic, India was struggling to find enough opportunities for more than a million job aspirants who were entering the job market each month. The 2016-17 Economic Survey and the International Monetary Fund had once proposed quasi basic income schemes that leave out the well off top quartile of the population as an effective means of alleviating poverty and hunger. The fiscal cost of a UBI pegged at rupees 7,620 at 75% universality was 4.9% of the GDP. A UBI on par with the numbers suggested by the economic survey could lead to targeted household incomes increasing by almost 40,000 rupees per annum, since the average Indian household size is approximately 5. The political will was nonetheless lukewarm because of the costs involved. Requirements to trim some of the existing subsidies to balance the resultant deficit were also difficult political minefields for the then government. So the proposition was finally shelved. Different times. The times now are very different. IMF has projected global growth in 2020 to be minus 3.0%, the worst since the Great Depression. India is projected to grow at 1.9%. The US economy is expected to fall by 5.9%. The unemployment rate and unemployment claims in the US since President Donald Trump declared a national emergency is the highest since the Great Depression. Unfortunately, India does not even have comparable data. Lockdowns in some format are expected to be the norm till the arrival of a vaccine. With almost 90% of India's workforce in the informal sector without minimum wages or social security, micro level circumstances will be worse in India than anywhere else. The frequent sight of several thousands of migrant laborers undertaking perilous journeys on foot in inhumane conditions is a disgraceful blight on India. One way to ensure their sustenance throughout these trying times is the introduction of unconditional regular paychecks at maximum universality, at least till the economy normalizes. If universal basic income ever had a time, it is now. All right, let's look at the crux of the passage. So, technology intervention has reduced human capital requirement. UBI is endorsed by Nobel laureates and tech leaders. Global growth at an all-time low since the Great Depression. Lockdown in some format expected until the arrival of a vaccine. Universal basic income would help to alleviate poverty and hunger. Time to implement UBI in India. All right, let's look at the first question. Which of the following is an evidence of artificial intelligence reducing human capital requirement? Please take a look at the options. Good morning, Rashik, Suresh, Inamul, Garima, Dhruv, Shivendra, Shrishti, Ritik, Saibal, Shilpa, Bharat, Kaushik, Priyam, Ronak, Navya, Aditya. All right, let's quickly look at this first question and what should the options be? Should they be A, global growth rate is at minus 3.0%, the worst since global depression? Should it be B, economics Nobel laureates Peter Diamond and Christopher Pissarets and tech leaders like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk advocate for UBI? Silicon Valley top 5 technology companies with a market cap of $4 trillion directly employ just 1.2 million people, or migrant laborers undertaking perilous journeys on foot due to lack of work. So, which of these is going to be the correct answer? And evidence of artificial intelligence reducing human capital requirement. So, clearly, the correct answer has to do with technology companies, that there are companies which are the five largest companies in the world, and they're just employing 1.2 million people, and therefore the correct answer has to be C and none of the others. So I hope everybody's got this right. I think everyone got it right. Very good, everyone. Good job, you guys. All right, let's look at question number 2. Which of the following countries has not implemented universal basic income concept as a pilot program? Is it A, Kenya, B, United States of America, C, Brazil, or D, Switzerland? So I will wait for this. This was again from the passage only, a question that was absolutely fact based. So which of the following countries has not implemented UBI concept as a pilot program? Let's quickly take a look. All right, the passage has clearly mentioned Kenya, United States of America, Brazil, and Switzerland. Of these, the passage has clearly mentioned Kenya, Brazil, and Switzerland as countries that have implemented some form of UBI, and therefore the correct answer will be United States of America. Very good, you guys. Everybody, I think, got B as the correct answer. Very good, excellent. Bharat, why have you mentioned Finland as an option? I have not even given Finland as one of the options. All right, let's come to question number 3. What reasons does the article give to insist that now is the time for the implementation of universal basic income program in India? Is it A, lockdown in some form is expected to remain till a vaccine is developed? B, India's informal workforce, including migrant workers, is in for a tough time due to the ongoing crisis? Is it C, both A and B, or is it D, none of the above? Why is this the right time to implement a universal basic income program in India? Come on, guys. Is it that lockdown in some form is expected to remain till a vaccine is developed? Or is it that India's informal workforce is in for a tough time due to the ongoing crisis? Or is it C, both A and B? Or is it D, none of the above? Clearly, the correct answer has to be C. Both A and B have been mentioned in the passage, as that A, lockdown in some form will continue and therefore a lot of people will not be able to work, and B, that the India's informal workforce is in for a tough time due to the ongoing crisis, and therefore the correct answer has to be B, both A and C, both A and B. Excellent, you guys. Everybody, I think, got it correct. All right, let's come to the vocabulary portion now. Let's look at the words. Interesting words here. Not very difficult words, I'll say. So, most of you should be able to pick up the meanings of each one of these words. Exacerbate, of course, means to worsen. We know that it is to make things worse than they are currently. So yes, the lockdowns have exacerbated the crisis of the migrant situation. So exacerbate, worsen. Ushering, to bring in, to start. Microcosm is a very small world in itself, something that is a complete class, something that is a complete world in itself. Cumulative, of course, means aggregating or addition, adding to something. Mitigate is to reduce. So when the problems will be mitigated, we really don't know. Dwindling again means to decrease in quantity. So the incomes of the migrants are dwindling, and that's what we'll say. Eradicate, of course, to completely do away with something, to completely do away with this disease. Eradicate, entail means to be a part of or to be a part of the process. Quasi basic is semi basic, so it will not be completely basic. Alleviating, of course, is reducing. Proposition is an idea, a prospect, a suggestion. Perilous, of course, is dangerous. And blight is a disease or a curse. So, yes, the coronavirus uh, is a blight on on human life. So that's how you would use it. Yes, Rashik, absolutely. This session happens every morning at 9 a.m. sharp. We meet every morning on the YouTube Unacademy channel. We discuss one reading comprehension from the previous day's Hindu. So, the Hindu editorial specifically, I don't go for any other articles. So, every day, if you're reading the Hindu, the next morning, come and discuss this one passage with me regularly. This will go on till CAT. All right, guys, I think that was it. Thank you so much. You guys are so nice. Remember, don't forget to like my session. I need all those 30 likes from you guys. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thank you. Bye bye. I hope I will see you in the evening for the next session on reading comprehension. If you or any of your friends are planning to join for CAT prep on Unacademy, please ask them to use referral code ABHICAT. That's it. Thank you. Bye. Adios, my amigos. See you tomorrow morning.